everybody, welcome or welcome back. My name is Monique. Welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. If you're rocking with me on this journey, thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if it's content you find valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future, family, and finances so the decisions we make now won't negatively impact us in the future. Today is Saturday, June 14th. You will see this video sometime next week. I cannot say what day. I think it will be Friday. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and yes, I'm going to say it. It's going to be on Friday. And a little bit later on in this video, or somewhere in the middle of the video, I'm going to announce the subscriber giveaway. I just recently reached 1,000 subscribers. Wanted to do 2 different giveaways, each for $25. Probably just going to be a cash card that I can just or money that I can just cash app to you or Zelle to you, or in some way get it, maybe even a gift card. We'll see. But I'm going to do that twice, for the video that you're going to see on the 20th of this month, and then the video you'll see on the 23rd. I will give the instructions at some point in the video, so stay tuned. All right, what we are here to do today actually is a little bit different. It's not really about the budget. It's more so about how I'm planning and keeping everything together. At the end of the day, I used to have as my handy dandy notebook, I used to have an iPad mini. But what has happened over time is it's been very difficult to keep the amount of things that I need to in storage on that particular device. With all of the new updates and stuff. And the last one, I think the update was like for iOS was like 13 gigs, and they made me delete so many different things, and so that I could at least download the latest version, and then I could upload some things back. But it's becoming too much of a hassle, so I did move to a paper planner, which we'll talk about in a moment, to help with that overall. But in the gist of that, I did realize there are a lot of things that I do digitally that I want to keep doing, and so now I have had to figure out a hybrid approach, and that's what I'm here to talk about, just how I reconcile between the two and navigate between the two, because I need both. All of my budget information and my budget overall is on the digital planner on this iPad Pro that I have. And then I also have as my daily planner or catch-all planner, I have the 2025 All Things Planner dated Sunday edition by Ashley Digital Studios. That is the one that I use for that. And for the budget, I use the budget the Budget Mom's Paycheck workbook. That's the PDF format, and I use the Noteful annotation app to move between the two. So we're just here to talk about that. So I have had to make some purchases. So from a budget standpoint, I can tell you paper planning, at least initially, did cost me a good bit of money, just because I needed to get a planner. I needed to get, this is a personal size Moterm that I ordered from Amazon, and we'll talk about this in a minute. But I needed to get that. I needed to get the inserts and the dashboards to get everything set. I also had to get a like an organizer almost of some things that I can take with me on the go. So I ordered this one as well. It's called iDream 365. I did get this from Amazon also, and I don't mind linking all of these items in the subscription or description area. But I do have, got it upside down. So I do have just some mild highlighters that I already had. What do you call them? Let's see. I already had these. What are they called? Yeah, mild something highlighters or something like that they're called. Yeah, so those. And then I also have some stickers that are in here, and some extra pins, and some make it right stuff. Correction. Fluid. Y'all can tell I'm not good at this thing, or I'm trying to get better at it. So I used to do paper planning before, but I was in a pocket planner. I did need something a little bit bigger. My life has gotten bigger, and so my planner needed to be bigger. So I'm trying to do a hybrid of both. Okay, that's enough of that. So I've got this that I carry around with me every day. I've got this I carry around with me every day. I did have to get to a bigger bag. I used to use like a sling bag, very small, because I didn't need much for my iPad mini. So I haven't had to move to a larger bag as well. So those are all expenses that I have incurred, at least initially, but I don't know that those are necessary. All of that will necessarily be needed going forward. We shall see. But this is what I do. So I'm going to scoop this over for at the side because everything for me starts with the paper planner first. And when you go in here, I have had to, like we talked about, have pens and markers that I have. I do keep 2 pens with me. I keep a .07, and this one I think is a uni. Is it? Nope, Sharpie S-Gel .07 that I have with me. And then I have also a .38, and this is the... It's on here somewhere, and there it is. The one, Uniball 1, it's a .38 that I use as well. I need them both because some of the inserts are smaller, and some of them are larger. If they're larger, I can use the .7, which is really my sweet spot and what I want to use the most. The .38 is for those smaller inserts. I have this Moterm that I ordered from Amazon that I talked about. It does have a fly leaf included in it as well. And with the fly leaf, I do have one extra pen holder. That's what I use for a marker. I have one pen holder that already came in the Moterm. That's what I use for my .7. And then I use the loop. I saw this at a for a couple of different planners, so I do use that, and I just picked where I wanted that to be, and then there you go. That's how it makes it so nice and comfy there. I do have a few charms that are listed here, and then when you open it up, I've got some charms that are listed here, a couple of the little journal cards that come in different subscription boxes. I did sign up for a subscription box from Cloth and Paper because what I've noticed is that if I'm doing this on my own and trying to find inserts, I just start ordering all kinds of stuff. So I let Cloth and Paper send me some stuff. I ordered their June subscription box, so you'll see some of that stuff mixed in here. And then because that particular one had a lot of different sample weekly inserts, and I have been trying to use those so that I can figure out what actually makes the best sense. Okay. I do have a few little page clips that are included here as well. And then this actually came in my order from 1-800-CONTACTS, but I thought it was really cute because my symbol for my page is Medora Budgets, and it's a pair of glasses. So I thought that was cute. I went ahead and put that in. This is a dashboard that I got from, I think it's Your Perfect Planner, if I'm not mistaken, on Etsy. And so I did order this because I am a book lover. And so, it just talks about the fact that just one more chapter, and that's true for me in life. That's all I'm trying to do is just have a new chapter every time. And I'm grateful for all of the ones that I have. Journal card, and that's it. All right. So what I have found is that number one, okay, important dates. We've got that, the 2025 calendar, and I just use a sticker over it as that month goes through or ends. I have the Sprocket printer, and I just print different pictures here. That's me and Sweets. This is my little beanie baby at 6 months. He had a 6-month party. He cute, y'all. I'm sorry. He cute. Look at that. And then my Xerxes, who passed away in February. That was my partner overall. And so I have a picture to remember him. So what do we start? Ooh, honey. The armor of God. Praise the Lord. Okay, so I have my inbox here, and my inbox is a little bit different. It is not an inbox for weekly or daily items. It is for a monthly view instead. This is what helps me to future plan. And then as I record things here, I will make sure that as I go through my digital planner, that I'm adding that into my catch-all when those times come up. So overall, what I did was, this inbox looked a little bit different when I got it. It's a printout that I got from Sleepy Notes. It looks like the Sleepy Notes Club. But for the inbox, they normally just have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the week 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how you're supposed to treat it. That's not what I did. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I actually did July, August, September, October, November that way, because these are all things that are long-term for me. And so I needed to make sure I had a way of writing down those things as they pop into my mind. Hey, at some point I need to do that. I write it in, and then I just pick arbitrarily a month that sounds good for it. And again, I will translate that into my digital planner over here as I go through. Let's come in a little bit here. As I go through the... Did that work? I got it wrong. That's not new. All right. So when I come over here to my All Things Planner, I can go into my monthly, there you go, my monthly overview and what my priorities are. And I can add them here when I'm ready to tackle them. So that's what you see here. So one of the things, for example, I want to start my escrow savings in August. So I will go to my August digital planner view. I will go to my overview here, August monthly overview, and I will list that as one of the priorities or the goals that I have, because I've got it documented over here, and then I will translate that over there. So I have my inbox, and then after that, I just have lists that I have. This is another dashboard from the same company, Etsy company I talked about. But how I'm going to handle my YouTube creation, I'll come in just a little bit more so you guys can see. As you come in, my YouTube creation, online shopping, French words that I want to learn. My grandson's dad speaks French, and so I know that he's going to learn that language. I need to learn it too. But books that I'm reading or want to read, shows that I want to watch, or movies that I want to see. So, for example, I saw Homefront and The Beekeeper. I documented them here when we were in the den yesterday watching movies. We decided to have a Netflix and chill night. So, and these are the two movies that we watched. Now what I'll do is when I come over into my digital planning, those are things that I back plan. So I'm going to go over here into the catch-all planner. You'll notice I have different groups down here. One of them is Monos. So I'm going to go that, and I know TV shows or I know movies. So I click on that for that one. And that leads me into all of the movies that I've watched for 2025. So I will come over here. And I will come in here and I will pull the movie clip or screenshot or something on the title from the title page for Homefront and for The Beekeeper, and I'll put them here. So I'm tracking all of the different things that we watch in 2025. Again, that's how I'm blending the two together. So document them on the list. Once I've seen them, I would mark them off. I forgot to do that. We saw that and we saw that. I can tell you right now, I also want to see Fantastic Four at the movies. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that down because that is one of the ones that I want to see as well. And then once we see it again, I'll mark it off here, and then I'll pull the little thumbnail and I'll put it over here. All right. And then we have over here a Kanban board that they had at Cloth and Paper, and I use that for work a lot, just the concept of it. But for work, and I hope you guys can see that, I will go in here. That's for work, but from a personal standpoint, you know what I want to start. I don't know if you can see that, what's in progress, and then what is completed. And let me take this red off. I might make it a little bit easier to see. So I don't know if that catches your eye, but what I'm going to start here, what I'm going in progress and what is completed. And then with that, I am putting in here different things that I need to work on. So one, I need to research these sign language courses that I need to take to get certified. So I need to start that particular one. These are all page flags that came in the subscription box from Cloth and Paper. And then when this is in progress and I start to look for it, I'll just pick it up from there and I'll put it here. When it's completed, I'll take it from there and I'll put it there. So those are the things that I'm doing to work through different projects over here. And as far as the productivity is concerned over here, I would document those under, where is it? My daily grind. So daily grind that you see listed here is where I would document those as projects that I am working on. Again, that's my way of blending it all out. All right. And then here, I won't talk about this too much, but this is my journal here. I can tell you that what I decided to do for my journal, I'll turn to a blank page. There was a Stylogy B6 that I had just sitting in a drawer. And so I ripped the pages out of that. I cut them down to personal size, and then I hole punched them, and I have that in here. It is covered with 2 pieces of cardboard. That's it. Nothing fancy around that. And these are cardboard, a front and back piece that was in a Dollar Tree a Dollar Tree journal that I found. They had the little cardboards in there, and I bought it for $1.25 just to take those pages out of that. All right, so that's all for my inbox and all of the things that I'm working on as far as my list are concerned and as far as my journal is concerned. And again, I have a home for it over here in my digital planner as well for back planning to hold on to. The reason why is I don't keep these loose leaf sheets. I take them and I throw them away, but I have my digital planner that I will be able to have for future or for back planning or to go back and look at later on. And that's the reason why I have both going on. So here we're going to stop. All right. And here we're going to announce the subscriber giveaway. So for this particular video, because I am talking about planning overall, all you need to do is make sure that you are publicly subscribed to my channel, that you like this particular video, and in the comments, just make a sentence or have a sentence and use the word plan in the sentence. That's all you have to do. If you use the word plan in the sentence, then you are then registered for the giveaway. It will be for $25, and whoever wins, I'll reach out to you and let you know, the different ways that you can get that money. But overall, all I need you to do is be publicly subscribed to my page. Go ahead and hit the like button, and in the comments, use the word plan in a sentence. All right, so that's all for my inbox and all of the main things that I use. You also have here, I have something that came from Cloth and Paper. It might be hard for you to read, but basically it says the monthly reflections, weekly reflections, and daily reflections. I have that at the top of my pages for my month view, my weekly view, and my daily view. Now, for my monthly view, where is it? There it is. Very quick month on 2 pages. Not a lot that goes on for me on the monthly view. So I just document some of the main things that I have or appointments that I have on specific days here. And then this, because I carry it around with me, I write it in here. And then once a week, I come over here to my digital planner. Let's go to June. And I just put those in listed in here. So I have a... my cousin has a author meet and greet that she's doing at 6 p.m. in McDonough, Georgia. And I am going to go and help her to stay organized when it comes to that. And so I actually came over here. So we talked on the phone. When we talked on the phone, I wrote it into my paper planner. And then that Sunday, when I got ready to reconcile my week, I went ahead and wrote it in on my digital planner so that I have it over here. And that's how I work through transferring information over. It moves straight from my paper planner, moves straight from the monthly view over into the weekly view. This is where I am using new inserts or sample inserts from a lot of different companies. Right now, I am using the ones from the Cloth and Paper June subscription. And I can tell you, I'm really leaning towards their weekly admin inserts and using those going forward, especially because they are on sale right now for 50% off. So I may be doing that, but then I go in, I do my weekly in here. That does not translate over into this. I don't need copies of everything that I do every day or every week in my digital planner, but events that I attend in the course of a month, I do. So I have those listed over here. Okay. And so then we do the weekly after the weekly view. So I have the monthly and the weekly view together for each month. And I have a tab that is associated with it. I do track these for a 3-month period. When June is over, I will replace that with September. But behind each of these tabs, you have and these came from Cloth and Paper in that subscription box as well. So behind each of these tabs, you have the monthly view and you have the weekly view for June, July, and August. And then after that, the bookmark separates out my, well, it used to, I guess I moved it. I was going to say, then I have my daily tasks that are listed here. Now, these task lists that I got came from Handy Forms LLC. That was from the, from Amazon that I got them. And I love these little daily tasks that came through. I love all of the different categories that they have. I have had to change it up just a bit. All right. So the way that this form looks, usually just a blank one like that. So you have all of the tasks that you need, any errands that you need to run. You have expenses, an expenses column, which I need for budgeting. Then it said phone calls and it says shopping. I don't necessarily do a lot of shopping and I don't need to make a lot of phone calls. But what I have found is I go ahead and white out the phone calls and I just have it listed as meals and habits instead. So I use these two columns for something different, and I do that on every one of the sheets. And then I do cross out the shopping one. If I need to buy something, I can. Here I need to buy some color paper for the trip. So I will buy something if I need to, but it might say this. So here I just needed to make sure I remember to wake my daughter up at 9 a.m. So I have that listed here as well. So I still use it for tasks up here in the top. I use it for errands. Here I had to go to the bank and get $145 out. Here my expenses, I shopped at Amazon. I ordered something there for $17.78. And then cloth and paper, I ordered something from $28.84. I changed my phone to meals and habits, and then I changed the shopping to an extra task area as well. Now I handle tasks for both my job and for my life, my home life as well on this particular daily task sheet. It is undated, so I can just use them as needed, but I have definitely found that this is helpful. I use them for a full week, and then I update any expenses in my budget workbook over here on this side. So the way that looks is all of these, I cut slits in them, okay, so that it's easy for them to come in and out. And what I do is after the day is over, I just stick that day in the back. So when I go back here to the back, I've got, let's pull all of these out. So my weeks run from a budgeting standpoint, my weeks run from a Friday to a Thursday. So I've kept all of the daily ones for the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, 10th, and the 11th. And then it keeps on from there. So once I gather up a whole week's worth, I can go in and document all of the expenses for each day based on what I've already tracked on these particular forms. And that looks like over here on this side, like this. There you go. So I've already started to do that here. You'll notice I've got the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th already down, the 10th, and then I need to go and look at the rest of the days between the 11th and today, the 14th. I document them here in my digital planner, in my budget workbook. And so that's how I make sure I am reconciling my finances overall, because this travels with me everywhere that I go. So this is where I'm going to have that information mainly. And then I need to put it over here. Once that is done, I throw these away. I am not keeping, again, the weekly and the daily task out. These are just things that I had to do, but not necessarily important events. And so I'm just going to throw these away. And then that is it. I'll get rid of that. And then that is it. I just have some more deco that's in here. I do have some things that I keep with me here under this memento envelope that I got from Cloth and Paper as well. And then that is it. That is my my daily planner that I use, my paper planner that I take around with me, and how I then reconcile all of that back into my digital planner for those things that are most important that I need to keep track of. Okay, this video is way longer than I thought it was going to be, but it's good. You guys, I hope that you leave a comment in there and let me know some things as far as that planning is concerned so that you can register for the giveaway. Okay, we are done. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.